Hi everyone, welcome back to Magnifical Core Craft. We're working on another bag. This is a multicolored bag. We're using 4 colors. We'll be using blue, red, green and white. Now, we've already made our crown knots. If you're wondering how we arrived at this, please visit some of our videos that we have made about how to make your crown knot. Now, having made the crown for the bag, we're going to start introducing our design. Now for this, I'm going to pick 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 blue, 2 white here, but the next one is going to give me pure blue or pure white or red. Let's see as we continue. You are going to make your square knot. You are going to tie your knot 4 times. I've done 2 already. This is 3 and this is number 4. You tie to secure, then you pull it to put it in place. The next one, I'm picking the next rope I told you. I'm picking this one now, it's going to be 4. You do the same thing. Make your knot 4 times. 1, 2, and this is the 4th one. You come to the next one, you pick the next 4. You do the same thing. You tie your knot 4 times. So we have done it now. The next thing we are going to do is to secure the knot. So you are going to pick the 4 ropes here. You can see some of the ones we have done here. You are going to secure them. So you pick this 4, you make a square knot. You just tie the knot twice. 1, 2. You pull it to secure it and put it in place. See what we've done there. You pick the next 4 ropes. When you get to this stage, you are not going to be having them mixed up where you have 2 blue, 2 red, or 2 white, 2 blue. You are going to have 4 of the same color. Then you tie your knots. Once you pick 2 different ropes, there is a problem. You have to quickly check where you have picked a different rope and make the correction before you go on. So you see what we've done here. You come to this side, you pick the next 4 green, tie it. You come here, like I've said, when you are joining it like this, you must have the same rope. The 4 color that you are using to secure it must be the same. So if you look at what I'm doing, I'm having the same rope. So this is what we've done here. You can see now. What I'm saying is this. If it is white, the 4 will be white. The next one will be white. The next will be 4, 4, like that. And then you can see the pattern we have made. This is the first step in the pattern that we are working on. So you can see it. Then we are working on. So you can see it.
To attach a bag handle. So for this process, I will have to count. As you can see here, this crown is equal to 2 crown knots. So you have 2, 4, 6. So I'll count from here. This is 2. This is another 2. When I get to this side, I'll count this one to be part of it, and then this is where I'll attach the bag handle. To make sure that it is centralized, that's the handle, I will do the same thing and count from this other side. As you can see, I've already done that, and this is where the handle is going to be at this other side. So to begin this process, I have 4 cords here. I will start with the last one at the right hand side. So I'll insert this cord into the opening of the handle and pull it backwards. So you can see I have something like this, and then I'll repeat the same thing. And move to the next cord, insert it into the opening and then bring it out. And I'll do the same thing again. Put it in, then out. And move to the next cord and do the same thing. In, out. In, out. So we go over to the next handle. As you can see, to make sure that the rope does not get lost, I've tied it previously. So I'll lose it now and then start here. You can start from the other side depending on which you prefer. So I'll do the same thing I did at the other side, this side too. Put it in again, and out. Move over to the next cord and do the same thing. Put this in and make sure it comes like this, and you drag it out. Put it in again, take it like this, bring it out. And the very last cord, put it inside, bring it out. So to make sure that this stays secure, I'm going to make a knot here. Yeah, as you can see, we have 4 cords. We'll be using the 4 of them to make a knot. Come to this other side and do the same thing. So we're done attaching the handle for this side. That's the same thing we did at this other side. Have a look. You can see, and then the square knots to make sure it's secured. So we are done with the fixing of the handle of the bag, and the next thing we are going to do is to go into the main pattern. So for that, I will be using 8 ropes made out of 2 crown knots. As you can see here, this is 4 and this is another 4, making 8. So I'll start from this side, taking the last one here and put it over the 3. Then I will put this one, the last cord here, roll it over this one time and do it again and pull it. Move to the next cord. As you can see, put it over one time and then do it again. Go to the next cord and do the same thing, over, out. Okay, and I'm done with that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I take this one again and put it over these two and then roll. 1, 2. Move to the next cord, do the same thing. Then this one which sticks out, we'll do the same thing and roll it like we did for the other cords here. So I'll take this one, put it over this, roll, second time. Then I'll move to the next cord, this one, and do the same thing I did on the 2 lines previously. Wait. I come to this one which sticks out and do the same thing. Roll twice. Okay, so I'm done with this side. I'll move over to the next side and do the exact same process this side. So I'll take the last cord here and put it over these 3. Then you start. This one, you roll again. You roll and roll again. You do the same thing for the last one. So as you can see, I'm done with the 2 sides and I have the same 4 ropes that I started with. So I am going to make a knot here using these 4 ropes, 2 from the edge of this side and 2 from the edge of this other side. Make sure the knot is firm. And then you pull the 2 in the middle, like this. So I will do the same thing for another color. Using 4 ropes like I started with, 8, like I started with the first time. You tighten these if you need to. Then we start the process. These So as you can see, we have done for 2 different colors. Now when we turn the back, this is how it's going to look like by the time you have completed for the whole row. What we have here is what you are going to do at the other side till this whole line is complete. So we have completed the first line. I'm going to show you how you get the second line and achieve this we have here. So to start that, we have this one here and this one. I'm going to join them together by making a knot like we have here. Okay. After doing this, I'm going to make another one below this green. So to start that, I will tighten these ropes. Make sure it doesn't get loose. Then I will start with this side. So I will take this one here from this knot and roll on top of this one. Move over to the next cord and do the same thing. Move to the next one here. and roll twice. Now come over to this side and take the last one from the edge, and then these ones under, roll them on top. 1, 2. Move to the next cord and do the same thing. 1, 2. Come over to this side. And you go to the last one again. And roll it twice. And the last one from this side, you do the same thing. So I'm going to repeat what I did here at this side. As you can see, I have 4 ropes. This is what we'll start with, and then this one goes on top. Move over to the next cord. Come over to this side. Then you take the last one from the edge, and these other 2, you roll them on top. After that, what we did up here, we make a knot to secure it. So what we did up here is basically what you're going to do round, and you keep doing till you get down to the desired level you want the bag to be. So we're going to repeat this process round the whole bag. We are done with the pattern on the bag, as you can see, and the stage we'll be going into now is the ending stage. That's to finish it. So what I'll be trying to accomplish here is what I have at this other side. As you can see, I've already done it, and for this side as well. So this is what we are going to be applying to the other side. I've already started some parts. I'm just going to complete it with this other side. So to do that, I will make a knot here like I have this side. Okay, now that knot has been completed, I will make another one here. See, I have 2 here, 2 here. And I'll do the same at this other side here. I have 2 from this side and 2 from this side. So hold this side Just pull everything to make sure that it doesn't get loose. So if you notice, we are kind of like going in a slopy manner. We'll come to this side again and do it like that. With this action, I've added another 9 to this one here. As you can see now, it's complete. They're all on a straight line. I'll do the same thing again here. Make a knot. When I've done that, I'll take 2 from this side, 2 from this other side. Make a knot again. Come to this other side again. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do this side for that other place. What we have here is what I'm going to repeat at the other side, this triangle here. So if you look at this, I used from the pattern, I have 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's what I'll be using at the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we come over to the other side. These rows I'll be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to start that, like I said, at the other side, you will make a knot here. This ending part is basically just about making knots and making them correctly. Make sure you don't make any mistake. If not, it will affect the whole thing and you have to lose it. Okay. Now I have one here, just like I have above. I will join it to this other side, like this. Now I've done that, I'll make another knot here, just like I have at this side. Come to this side. And make a knot too. Join 2 from here, 2 from here. Make a square knot here too. I've done a straight line of all the knots like this. So if you notice, as I'll continue, the knot will start to form like a triangle. It will start receding, just like we have here. Like we had a whole line here, down it will getting reduced till we have only one at this point to make that triangle shape. Hello everyone, our arrowhead bag is finally finished and we are in the stage of completing it. The next thing we're going to do now is to turn the bag inside out so we can close these edges that we have made. So you can start from the top or bottom. I prefer to start from the bottom. I'm just going to push everything inside. Said earlier, we are turning it inside out. When we are done with the bag, we'll turn it again. Alright, so everything has been turned inside out now. And as I said from the other time, we are now going to be joining the edges to close up these spaces. So, as we can see, I have this kind of triangle shape. I have this space here on the right and this on the left. You can start from any side, so I'll be starting from the left hand side. From each side, you will have ropes coming out left and right. It is those cords that you will use to now close it by making knots. So for this step, I will have 4, 2 from this side and 2 from this side. You always have 2 coming out from every side. So I'm going to take 4. These 2 here, which are the first ones, 1, 2, will be in the middle, while these ones will be outside. Then I make a knot. You can start from the right or left. While making the knot, I start from the left at all times. Okay, as you can see that I've made a knot similar to what we have here. Now instead of going and doing it by this side, you will just do the same process you did up and move to the next rope. That is what you have coming out from here. You pick the next rope coming out from here, the very next one. Make sure you don't skip anything, or else you will make a mistake and you have to lose it. You will see that the more we repeat this process, the more this place is going to be closed up. Okay, I move to the next one, the very next one, pick it, the next one under this one too, and make a knot like I've done above. Move to the next rope again and do the same thing. Okay, then you pull the middle. You'll be doing that occasionally, so you make sure that the rope don't get tangled. And pull that inside so if they get loose. And then we'll continue that process downward. Alright, now I have completed the spaces by making knots here and making knots here. As you can see, I've done for the 2 sides. Now I'm going to repeat the same process for this other side. So seal up this side and this side as well. And then I will now make another line that will join in the middle. So as we progress, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So we are done with the ending of the bag, as you can see. The only thing that remains is for us to do a line of other knots to secure these ropes in place to make sure that they don't get loose. Then you apply your lighter to make sure that they stay, and then we turn it inside out.
As you can see, we are gradually rounding up the bag. This is the final stage before we turn it inside out. So our bag is almost ready. We are going to burn it all around like this.